Another stellar opening.
Stellar.
Mm-hmm.
Would you expect anything less?
No, not at this point.
Hey guys!
Hey guys, welcome back.
Yes.
You don't even remember where we're at, right?
Nope, not a clue.
Nope. We are at the Kenosha Gaming and Entertainment Expo 2022.
Oh my God!
Can you believe it?
Kenya, after the colossal letdown that was the Midwest Gaming Classic.
The Midwest Gaming Classic, we have a chance at redemption by checking out the Kenosha Gaming and Entertainment Expo. And guess what? They are open 7 days a week.
Fuck yeah!
Hell yeah! Let's check it out and see all these different vendors, all the different games we can find. Maybe we'll score some hot finds.
God, I can only hope so.
Hopefully the prices are better though.
Oh, fuck yes. Those prices were insane.
Woo!
At the Classic. So we're gonna go in there, hopefully find something good worth buying, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
All right, that's where it is. That's where they hold it.
Oh, sweet. Every day they hold it right here.
Right there, Colosseum Games.
All right,
Let's see what treasures await us.
Yes, sir. Some pictures.
Yeah, or some video. All right, the good old zapper.
Oh wow, it's like the single unit one though.
Yeah.
Usually it was a pack-in, but
The fucking 2DS, man.
what? You got a problem with the 2DS?
It was super slim. A super slim PS3. All these systems.
Oh wow, they've even got a Game Boy Light. Like straight from Japan.
Holy shit. Advance, the Vita, Game Boy Atomic, the Atomic Purple that was of that age. All right, here we go. The case, the bread and butter. What do we got down here? Look at all the Saturn. Good old stall. I have that one. Wish I had the case.
Why do you not have the case?
Shut up. Virtual Boy. All the nice box stuff. Dragon, Kirby's Air Ride. I forgot that was a thing. Bomberman Hero, Quest 64. Maxi 15 game cartridge. What the hell is that?
Yeah, it was a Nintendo. It was a Nintendo game, I think. Well, they also made it for the Sega Genesis, I think. Did a port of it. It's a knockoff.
Of course.
15 bad games.
Oh, like Cheetahman?
It was like Action 52. Yeah.
Oh. Oh, yep. Mega Man X3. It's a fucking Mega Man 5. Jesus.
Who was there? Do you think someone was there?
I don't know, man. Oh, shit. Dang it. That was a good one. Radiant Historia. I like that one a lot.
Never played it.
Fatal Frame 2. There's Klonoa, too. And there's just regular old Klonoa.
Oh, wow.
You know, we didn't see one of those at the Classic.
No, we did not.
Arians, old Stubbs. Street Fighter the movie.
Hey, don't knock it.
Hey, it's what's responsible for this, the hyper combo or whatever. Fucking Burning Rangers. Not too shabby. A good selection.
Yeah. Actually, the prices are really, they're pretty spot on.
Yeah, that's pretty much what it should be.
I got this, and then I got some soap, and it's an Ajax, and he's going.
Castlevania Legends 175, not too shabby. Mega Man 2.
What up, Justin? Pretty good, mate. Hope you all packed your anti-ride cards in your sideboard.
Yep.
Good.
And 4 Weathering Storm in the main.
You're playing on that? Yeah, I kind of went for that.
Nintendo.
Pretty good. But I'm not as all in on the. I also run Platinum and outside, even though that's not standard. That's funny because I can mix the movie.
Oh, Genesis. Oh, I fucked up. Pokemon Stadium 2 for 67.
Are you serious?
I'm a fuck.
Wow. You paid $75 like a sucker.
I paid like a sucker.
You run 4 of them. Your deck is named Feather. You should
Oh, a bunch of complete.
Oh, nice.
Is the wind concept?
Now I'm disappointed in myself.
Nah, don't be.
That's okay. That's
Actually, as far as the classic goes, you got it for a pretty decent price.
the saddest part, isn't it?
Yeah, it can be.
There you go, replacement controller. The N64, like an actual like decent controller that doesn't have the fucking middle dildo.
Oh, it's Hyperkin. Wait, that's an N64 controller?
N64, PC, Mac, and Android, and Switch, and Switch Lite.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
So yeah, then they have like the regular ones too. I mean, granted, these are all third party, obvious.
Of course.
Yeah, it's still cool to see like that they make stuff like this.
Yeah, for sure.
PlayStation.
They've got original PlayStation controllers too. Like before the whole analog.
Even like authentic NES controllers, which couldn't hurt for us to buy a couple of these at some point.
Why?
Why, he says? Because half of ours are fucking broken, you dick.
They're not broken, man.
And they're getting there.
They hold up.
PS2 controllers, a whole bunch of cables if you need miscellaneous cables.
Get away.
Just like the retro consoles.
We were month 4 of a 9-month deployment, and we all wanted to be there.
All sorts of D&D stuff. Oh my god, a lot of D&D stuff. That's... If I knew more about this stuff, I'm sure I would know.
Not a single thing.
Not a thing. Like Warhammer, I never understood.
Never ever played Warhammer before.
No.
I would love to get some miniatures just to paint it.
Oh, you're one of those, huh?
I'm one of those guys.
That's too meticulous for me. I don't have steady enough of a hand.
Oh, I don't either. It'll look like garbage, but I still like to.
You still like to
Indulge
give it your
every now
shot?
and then, yeah.
Yeah, about to say, you
Give
got
it the old college try.
all your paints and whatnot. Yeah, that's too much for me. Oh, hero clicks. Yep, hero clicks. More Warhammer. Whatever the Crisis Protocol miniature game is. Books.
There we go.
And then a whole slew of other board games.
53-17. Before tax.
Hey, remember when we played Descent for a while?
I remember that. We played it like twice.
Like 4 times. Definitely overspent money on that one.
I was actually not.
You were going through a phase.
I was trying to get us to connect.
You focused on board games instead of video games.
Well, I was trying to get us connected on a board game level, and it backfired dramatically.
You dummy.
An idiot.
You want this absolutely free?
And of course, good old Pokemon cards.
You want a free side load?
To another Midwest Gaming Colosseum Expo.
The Kenosha Gaming and Entertainment Expo 2022.
Yes! Comes to a close.
It does.
We're full of shit.
Another fun day.
We're just making this up. By that we mean it's our own event.
It was our own event. Yeah.
Yeah.
There was 2 people in attendance. It was myself and Andrew here.
Yes.
Yeah. So we went to our local video game and gaming store in Kenosha.
Colosseum Games out on Highway 50.
They are fantastic.
Yes.
Love Colosseum Games.
That was great.
Love them. Their prices are so spot on. They had great selections.
Right on.
And we actually found quite a few things. Actually,
I found more at this one store than I did the entire Classic.
that's true. And I don't think I found as much, but at the same time, it was all stuff that was on my wish list that I was specifically looking for that I didn't find. So
Yeah.
I was really happy with what I found.
Yes, that was a much more enjoyable romp.
Yes.
So without further ado, we'll go over our finds real quick and then give you some thoughts.
All right.
So, obviously, first thing, I showed a little bit of, like, their miscellaneous section of cables, controllers, or whatever. I picked up Dreamcast AV cables.
What does that mean?
Wink.
Ooh, what is that?
Ooh, a little sign of things to come.
Oh, secrets.
Yes. But, more on point. First thing I picked up was, Bionic Commando for the PS3.
This is interesting because when we played Bionic Commando for the Nintendo,
that's right.
It gave that little snippet like, "We'll see you back in 2011 or something."
27 or 20. It's like 2008, something like that.
Yeah.
And this came out not too far.
And they made a comment about something like it 20 years later, and sure enough, almost to the day, almost to 20 years later. The Bionic Commando, basically, what was it, like a remake?
It's, as far as I know, it's a continuation, because you play as Spencer.
Oh, okay.
Who was in MVC3.
Yes, he was.
He was in it.
I remember him. Yep.
And I remember some people being like, who the fuck is that? Mm-hmm. He's from Bionic Commando, Spencer. But So that was around that era.
Yeah.
So this was one I was interested in getting at one point and trying to find it. $13.99.
Can't go wrong with that.
Can't go wrong with that. Pretty sure that's probably pretty damn close. I didn't even think to look.
I should probably look that up. Hold on.
Yeah, that might help.
Hold on.
But I figured, $14. It is complete, which... See, PlayStation 3 games are kind of strange.
Yeah.
Because this was the era where they started to phase out instruction manuals. So it's kind of hard to judge a complete copy unless it has a manual, which this has a manual. So, I mean, for all intents and purposes, this copy is complete.
So, complete, $9.32. So, a couple bucks up. That's fine.
Not too terrible.
That's not bad.
I'm all right with that.
Yeah.
It makes up for a little bit of some of the other things I got.
Oh, for sure.
But, so the next thing I got was... This is also complete, because I assume by now everyone knows I get complete.
Yeah.
Is Klonoa 2!
Klonoa?
Lunatee's Veil.
Ooh.
For $75. I don't know what the complete price was.
The complete price, $76.16. Currently on price charting. So it's
right on the nose.
It's literally right on the nose.
Just can't do much better than that.
Just a little bit below.
Yeah. So I'm all right with that. They did have a copy of Klonoa 1. Yes, for I believe it was $5.25.
$5.49.
Oh, it was $5.50.
$5.49.99. Yes.
I almost did it. I almost did it because I've heard that game is pretty great, and that's one of those crown jewel PS1 titles.
And again, that's under price charting's current what its value is.
Yes. So I mean, Klonoa 1 and. From my recollection, I didn't see a single Klonoa at the Midwest Gaming Classic.
No, not a single one. There was a couple of Klonoa 2. I think maybe one or two.
I think I saw one.
One or two, yeah.
And I want to say it was like... God. Maybe... I don't even know. I don't even recall what the price was, because I think I passed it off because it was at a table where like the prices were outlandish anyway. So if I had to guess, probably $1.25.
You know what I'm thinking, too, is that and I wasn't looking for it, but I mean, even games like Clock Tower 1 and Clock Tower 2, I don't think I saw a single copy of either one of those.
No, but we saw a plethora of Clock Tower 3.
Yeah.
Which was unusual, because that's the cheaper of the three.
Yes, very much so.
Clock Tower 2, I want to say right now, is like $403.
Yeah, maybe around $400, and Clock Tower 1 is like around the $200 mark, I think.
So you'd think you'd see those if people had them.
Mm-hmm. Like in their cases and stuff.
Yeah, it was... That was the weirdest part about the classic, is like these big titles, like Klonoa, 5 whatever, that's a heavy-hitting title. You'd think you'd see more of those.
But that is what I was saying, like, when we went into it, because you said, do you think that the prices are going to be affected by the fact that there was just a classic in
5
November?
months ago.
And I said, no, prices are not going to be affected because of that. The supply of games and what we see... That, I think, it was directly affected by having the classic 5 months prior to it.
That's definitely... I'm starting to believe that might have been.
I think we found a lot better stuff in November because that was the first classic in 2 years,
a year and a half over.
So they had a lot of time to bulk up their collections, have these key showpieces, and 5 months later, it's like, guess what, guys? Go back and try and sell your stuff. It's like, how many rare things do you think you can pick up in 5 months to try to resell?
Yeah, that's a good point.
So...
That's very true.
Yeah.
And, I mean, that's exactly what we saw, was just regurgitated nonsense.
Yep.
But surprisingly short supply of a lot. Like, how you really think that many people bought Panzer Dragoon Sagas? And well, there were quite a few Rule of Roses, I guess.
There was a few. There was actually a lot of Haunting Ground, and there was a couple of cool ones, too.
A lot of Haunting Grounds.
Yeah.
Very strange. Which that was also at Colosseum for what it goes for.
About $350.
About $350, so it was right on the mark.
Yep.
But my big title, my big one that I'm very happy.
The one that you were super...
Oh
you
my
were
God.
super bummed out that you did not find a single copy at the Classic.
And I was ready to spend over what it went for. Like, I was ready to go 400 on it.
But then again, I don't think that we had even seen it at the last Classic either, the prior Classic. But then again, it was one of those that
We weren't really looking for
Did
it.
we not see it, or were we just not looking for it? Because we weren't looking for it.
It could be.
I don't know if we knew of its existence back then.
Blood will tell. Blood will
Oh.
tell, baby.
Yeah.
For $350. Fuck yeah!
You finally got Blood Will Tell.
Finally got
Very
Blood
nice.
Will Tell complete.
Very
I
nice.
am over the moon. Because this I've been searching for this for so long. When I went on my eBay phase, which I'm still currently in, but not quite as heavy, this was one, like, it's so hard to find a reasonably priced copy, and there are no auctions.
Yep.
All you can find are PAL copies or Japanese versions. Like, finding the regular, or like the American version of Blood Will Tell is fucking impossible.
Yeah.
And it's not that expensive of a game.
Well, price charting would say otherwise. It's almost $400.
But that's
$396.
even so.
But again, that could be directly caused by the fact that people are selling this game for $500 online and not cheaper, and people are finally saying, like, all right, I give up. I'll pay the $500, and then that starts to influence the price, and then you start seeing the average cost or the price charting cost of it start going up.
I should look at the completed auctions to see what they end up going for, or
that
and
is-
when.
that's
Because,
a
like I
better-
said, when I first reinstalled eBay on my phone, I immediately put in for this to look for. Mm-hmm. I can't tell you if there was a single auction in this entire duration I've had this. Or had the app back.
Yeah.
Like, because there are just nobody's selling it for any form of an auction. It's all, and people want like $1,000
For a buy
for
now.
a complete. And
Yeah.
I'm like, this game, that's like double and then some. Mm-hmm. But
that I ran into problems when I while I was still collecting the Game Boy games, is the fact that there were some Game Boy games that were super rare that I actually had to wait like months on end to try to wait for an auction to actually show up so that I could start bidding on it, or a buy it now would show up.
yeah, so it's like so after we posted the Midwest Gaming Classic video, our good friend Kevin Oley, who runs Colosseum, actually sent me a message and said, dude, I do have Blood Will Tell. And I was like, get the fuck out of here. I said, yes, I will take it immediately.
He said, "Get out of my dreams and into my car."
Oh, yes.
That is exactly what you said.
And I couldn't be happier. Like,
Very
I'm
nice.
so... It's one of those where...
You sound happier.
Oh, I am.
You were so dejected after the Classic. It almost made me sad. I'm like, usually we're in a much better mood after this, but you just you
defeating.
had your soul sucked out of you.
It was because it was so depressing to see. Like, it was... For one, we spent $50 to get in it, which...
Yeah.
We should put a little context on that. When we say it's $50 to get in, it's $50 for the entire Classic, right? We go to a very small portion of what's available at the Classic.
Yeah.
So really, if you're going for everything, $50 is not bad.
that much. That's a good price.
It's
actually,
a good price for a convention.
You get into the vendor hall. You get
Yes.
access to, now they have like the
Panels.
the panel discussions.
And
they have the game rooms.
Yeah,
they have the
demos of
arcades,
games,
demos of
and-
games, pinball
Yeah.
machines, everything. You
all
can think
sorts of shit. So, like, when we bitch about the price, we're kind of bitching out of the fact that we only go for that one aspect.
Yeah.
I kind of... see, I don't know how well it would do, but I kind of feel like they should do a separate ticket thing to just get in the vendor hall. Like, you know, we had the blue bracelets. Maybe do a red bracelet that says your only access is the vendor hall. So that way you're not... And do it for, like, $25.
Yeah, but then at that point they have to then hire security or people...
I suppose
volunteers to help out to make sure that people with the green wristbands are not going into the red room or the blue room. Whatever
I guess so. Maybe that makes more sense.
There's a little bit more logistical difficulties.
It was just a thought I had, but like I said, when we do complain about it, don't take it as we're bit.
No.
Like there's a lot to this classic. All right, and if you go for a lot more than just what we go for,
you're gonna get your money's worth.
You definitely get your money's worth. So I don't want to like.
And they have weekend passes as well too, where you can attend for Friday, Saturday, Sunday. And I'm sure that if you did everything that they had to offer, 3 days is probably like. I mean, that's a lot of time, but it probably isn't even enough time to actually play all the games, meet all the people that you could possibly meet, see cosplaying, everything that they have to offer.
So I just wanted to clarify that point, because I do feel bad that we kind of shit all over it on that day, but we were really
and I don't know if we were.
Oh my God, cat!
There's a cat down here. I don't know if we were necessarily, if we brought it up like that, it was the classics price that we didn't care for. But at the same, like, my gripe had always been with the vendor prices. Like, at least this year, it was the vendor prices. And again, I can sympathize. I can understand where some of the vendors are coming from, but some of the prices were just so, like, that Panzer Dragoon Saga. That's always going to be the one that like my mind goes to, like,
because it was the most outlandish besides Bonk.
It's a $1,000 game, maybe $1,100. And it was on sale for double that.
Yeah.
It's like, come on. Really? You expect somebody to buy this? Like, that was my biggest gripe. Yeah. But the classic itself, you will definitely get your bang for your buck. It's a great experience overall. So, yeah, hopefully nobody got the wrong impression on that.
Right. So what did you end up picking up at Colosseum?
So I picked up a few things. So I actually did pick up a Wii Mote
with the Wii Motion Plus built in.
With the Wii Motion Plus built in, just because I have a nunchuck, I do not have the Wii Mote.
So how do you own a Wii and a Wii U, but no Wii Mote?
Because the Wii U, you didn't need the Wii Mote to play games on it.
It still came with one.
No, it didn't.
Mine did.
Your Wii U?
My Wii U, yeah.
Came with a mine didn't come with one.
That's weird.
I got the it was the Smash Bros set with Splatoon, and I don't think it came with one.
That's weird.
I'm pretty sure it didn't.
What? Who sells a console without a controller to play it on?
What do you mean?
What, did it come with an actual controller?
The Wii U came with the screen. With the screen controller.
Yeah, but it...
That was it.
Oh, that's right.
They went with the screen.
Yeah, that's right. That actually functioned as your...
That was the controller.
Yeah, all right. You're right.
Where the hell are you?
I forgot that the Wii... Yeah. This cat.
So
it is Paul's cat, by the way. Thank you very much.
He's so cute.
He's being a sassy monkey right now.
So first game I bought, PlayStation 3. I was actually really excited about this game, more so over the fact that Andy makes fun of me for it. But I finally found a copy.
Stupid.
It was a great price, $43.99. Shadows of the Damned. This game I had been looking for because it literally says that it is from Shinji Mikami and Akira Yamaoka.
Right.
Shinji Mikami came up with the idea for the game. Akira Yamaoka did all the music, and he may have even done all the sound design. So Akira Yamaoka, for those who don't know, he was instrumental in Silent Hill. He brought all the sounds that you remember from Team Silent and all those early Silent Hill games up to Shattered Memories.
Wow.
He did the music for them. And he did the sound design for like the first 3 or 4.
So that's why you want it, is because it's basically just the music and the sound.
Literally it.
Wow. Because I don't think you'll enjoy the game.
You never
game
know.
is so lame.
You never know. I mean,
I
it looks
suppose.
visceral, gut-wrenching combat. I mean, I'm gonna enjoy that. So you know what though?
Alright.
I had been looking for it. I found it. I was super happy when I found it. I couldn't believe it was just sitting there on the shelf. So I was happy.
And it's EA. You know how much you like EA.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
Yeah!
Next game I got was a survival horror game for the PS3 again. One that I used to see all the time, and I've always passed on it, and then I realized that it actually is survival horror, so I ended up getting the copy of it. But it's Clive Barker's Jericho.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, so it's I got it for $13.99, cheap enough. But it is intense squad-based first-person shooter action. Oh, no. Oh, that's why I never bought it before.
Squad-based? Wait a minute. Let me see.
Well, it's first-person shooter, which
action.
I'm not the biggest fan of first-person shooters just because I'm not good at them. However, maybe this is my reason for playing now and trying to get out of that. Don't laugh.
You know what?
It's still happy. Still happy with the buy.
You give it a shot. You see what happens, you know.
Give it the old college try.
Oh my god, you can register the game and receive a free bonus code for the Dominator Damage. Plus, get exclusive access to demos, downloads, videos, and game news with code M.
You know, that's actually still good then, isn't it? Because the PlayStation Live or PlayStation Network is still up for the PS3, isn't it?
For now, it is.
For now. Okay.
Yeah.
I
This
can
was
still
2006.
I can still redeem it.
Wow.
That's
Well, I mean,
insane.
it's not a real. Well, yeah, you could, I guess.
I could try.
You could try.
I'm gonna try.
Wow.
Okay.
Codemasters. Jesus Christ.
Oh my god, it's Codemasters, huh?
Yeah.
Oh wow. Thank you, Codemasters.
Wow.
They brought us the Camerica games, I believe.
Yeah. The Dizzy games.
Yeah, the Dizzy,
Yeah.
fantastic. Yep.
That's hilarious.
All right, and then for the PlayStation, just because it goes back to old school,
Of course.
at a time, Tomb Raider Chronicles. It is actually the only Tomb Raider game on the PlayStation 1 that I didn't have.
Really?
And I've heard really good things about it, and
Huh.
so I just wanted to get it. But I kept seeing this game for like $25, $30, upwards of $40. I'm like, no, that game, no. I'm
Nothing
not-
you were comfortable with.
Nothing I was comfortable paying for. So I got it for $21.99. I'm like, that was right on the money that I was
Perfect.
looking for. $20 around there. So,
Wow.
and then, so since Colosseum Games is a gaming store, they also had gaming equipment.
That's right.
And I knew that there was a miniature that I had been that was on my radar that I wanted because my biggest or my favorite comic book character is Juggernaut.
Yeah.
And sure enough, I ended up finding the Crisis Protocol miniatures game figure of Juggernaut.
Do you even know what that game is?
I don't.
Nice.
Do I care?
No.
I don't. It is Juggernaut. He's in the box,
Oh
and
my
he
God.
probably will just stay in the box. But
Yeah.
I mean, you know what though? It doesn't matter.
Maybe it's a game we could look into. I mean, it couldn't hurt.
Maybe. I
never
mean,
know.
unless you want to destroy another friendship.
Oh. Yeah, maybe. But yes, they have many other board games, as I showed in some of the videos. I mean, Magic cards are their biggest one. They have a whole display,
Yep.
you know, Magic,
Lots
they
of
have
Pokemon.
cards,
Yep.
Warhammer, Dungeons and Dragons. I mean,
Hero Clicks.
it's a gaming
everything.
hobby store. Like,
Yeah.
they have all sorts of stuff.
Yeah, they have a little bit of everything, and honestly, if you love video games, if you love board games, if you like trading card games, anything of that nature, I mean, you're gonna love it. So if you are local to the area, check out Colosseum Games in Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Absolutely. We are not
Yeah.
paid spokespeople for
We
Colosseum Games.
are not paid. In fact, we spend money
Yes.
to go there. Well,
And they had
not
a lot
together,
of
but
a lot of really
we
good
spend money
stuff,
while
man.
we're there.
I mean, like we've shown in the video, in that case, you had a lot of top tier stuff. Haunting Ground, Rule of Rose. You had Burning Rangers, which might not be there if you go once this video goes.
I knew it. I knew it. It's gonna eat you alive. It's gonna eat you alive until we record the next video and you have it.
The thing that sucks is like Burning
don't even
Rangers.
want it that much.
It's a game like I would like. Don't get me wrong. It's one of those. It's one of those feather in your cap Saturn games because Saturn games are fucking insane price. Not as bad as Sega CD, mind you.
Yeah.
That one I showed you,
Yeah.
that Keys Flying Squadron.
All I know is I'm happy that I did get my feather in the cap Sega Saturn game with Mega Man 8. I found it at TNT Games when they were still around.
Wow.
For $34.99.
Yeah, and that's a hefty one.
Yep.
So it's like, I mean, they had a lot of really good stuff. Burning Rangers is about a $700 game.
Yeah.
I mean, it's up there.
But that's honestly the part I love about Colosseum Games, though, is that for everybody who goes off price charting, because I think now the industry standard is to go off price charting.
Pretty much.
Their prices are usually spot on to what price charting is at the time, or it's usually like below what price charting is actually trending.
Very, very, very few times is it over.
Yeah.
I mean, sure, my Bionic Commando was, but like it wasn't gross.
It was.
He wasn't trying to sell it for $26.
Yeah, for $20 or $25 or something like that. Yeah.
Which is like what we were seeing at the Classic.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
So it's like this whole video was kind of like, why?
Redemption for the video game, like the retro video game market.
Yeah, it shows that there are stores that still have reasonably priced things that you can I mean, mom and pop game stores are hard to find now to begin with, because it's kind of a hard industry to kind of make a profit in, especially retro games. It's not an easy market, I would imagine. You know, I mean, there's a finite stock.
Yep.
And most of it is just going up and up in price. It's like, what do you do? You know what I mean? Like, one person commented on our video that he was talking to a vendor, and he said that they went he said the vendors were offering like 70 to 80% of a game's price charting value to get that stock. So, Panzer Dragoon Saga, let's just say even 1,000, they were paying people $700 or $800 for Panzer Dragoon Saga. You make a 50% increase on that, which brings it to with a 1,500 they would sell it for, right? I don't know if I believe that. I don't know if I believe that vendor, because, I mean, so this is just speculation. We're not business people. We don't really know. We're going to talk to some people who actually do deal with video games and all that kind of stuff. But to me, I don't think I'd be offering somebody $800 for Panzer Dragoon Saga without doing a little research. Right? Mm-hmm. Panzer Dragoon Saga, right? Historically speaking, if you do some research on the title, struggles to stay above $1,000. Mm-hmm. So to offer $800 seems like a bad idea, because you know that's not really going to go up in price. Mm-hmm. Popful Mail is another one. It's sometimes gotten over $600, but it generally over the past 5 years has stayed around $600. Mm-hmm. It doesn't really go anywhere. So to spend that much money to get your stock and then bump up the price that high doesn't seem logical to me.
It seems like you're going to be stuck with it.
Right. Because most people who are going to be buying those types of games know what they go for and are not going to spend that. Mm-hmm. Like, because we had also noticed that the Midwest Gaming Classic lower and middle tier titles were actually not badly priced. Some of them were okay.
Some of them were pretty, were pretty good.
Yeah, so one of Vanderhoff's friends spent about what you would at a Classic for the games that he got, and he got lower middle tier games, and it made, those made sense. Mm-hmm. Those prices, given the convention inflation. Right on.
And to be quite honest, I understand some inflation to a certain extent, because yes, the vendors they're paying money to sit in that area to try to sell games. So honestly, you tell them that they sell a $500 game, $600 game, it's like, that's not profit. Like, for the first several games that they sell, they're not selling profit. They're not even they're not even breaking even. They're just paying for the table, and then everything else after that then becomes their profit and everything else that they're trying to get out of it. So I can understand some markup, it comes with the territory. It comes with having to buy that space, with having to just kind of be out there. But I feel like there is a line where if you go too high in a price, then you risk not selling it and people just kind of passing up. If you do have other deals at your table, it's like certain people will just see it and be like, all right, wow, if this is the kind of price that you have, like, see ya, I'm out. Instead, it's like, have a game where if you have something that's worth $800 and you just mark it up to like $1,100, maybe $1,200, you have a better chance of somebody trying to wheel and deal. But then once they buy that, maybe there was something else that was catching their eye that they're like, well, since I'm buying this, I'm also going to buy this and this. Yeah. And it just feels like a lot more can be done if you're just, you don't try to sell something for double the price of what it's worth.
Yeah, and like you had mentioned, Panzer Dragoon Saga that they had and that Bonk were the grossest examples of it.
Actually, in my opinion, Shaq Fu for the Game Boy.
Shaq Fu
may
for
have
$300
for $300 loose $300.
I'd say as far as percentage wise,
that is a $70 game. God
damn.
73. I think it was like 73.87 or something like that.
That's a pretty horrid markup.
That was sick.
That's pretty terrible. If you're talking pure numbers like that, or like a percentage increase, that is the worst.
Oh, that's the worst offender, because that's 400%. Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty far up there.
Just about.
Yeah, 100 would be double, and then it went beyond that.
Yeah, it was 300.
Yeah, it's pretty fucking close.
So it was about it was $299. Yeah. Yeah, so you're literally talking a 400% markup.
Fucking crazy.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, so it's like again, we're gonna be speaking to some vendors because I want to see where the logic is in some of those.
And to be quite honest, I'm really looking forward to it because
me too.
I want to be put in my place.
Me too.
Like, honestly, I do not know retail. We've never really sold games, so you know what? We don't have any vested interest. We don't have the knowledge that they do.
That's right.
And I really do think that we're going to learn a lot. And if they can prove us wrong, and we see it and we say like, oh wow,
yeah,
when you really break it down, that makes a lot of sense. I can understand why they're selling something for this much, because it's going to draw people to that table, or it's going to draw the eyes on it.
Yeah.
Then power to them, and I'm looking forward to that. I want to be put in my place.
Yeah, I was about to say I'm fully prepared to go in with an open mind to
Absolutely.
it, and see the logistics of why these things were priced the way they were.
Yeah.
When 5 months ago everything was basically on the mark.
Just about.
And that's the part I don't get.
Mm-hmm.
It's like what happened in those 5 months that changed that all of a sudden every booth had horridly priced games.
Well, I mean, I could. I mean, I don't know if it necessarily affects it in like the retro game market, but I mean, you do have like inflation, which is at historic highs. You've got high gas prices. But I understand. But I'm just saying that yes, things were better off in November/December than they were in April.
Yeah.
So I mean, maybe that had something to do with it. But I still feel like it was just. I mean, it was here before. Now it's up here.
Yeah.
And it's like wow. It's like that meme from Weatherman. It's like, wow, that escalated quickly.
Yeah, and like we said, it was probably the worst classic we've ever been to, as far as those prices go.
Mm.
It was just
one of the prices were overall very, very high compared to others.
And again, it's just us. Like, if you went and found great things...
And I'm sure that there's plenty of people who actually did find a lot of deals, a lot of great stuff that they were looking for.
I mean, Paul and I are probably a very small percentage of people who are there when it comes to our purchasing.
Oh, yeah.
We were looking for very specific things.
Extremely.
And, you know, so, like, when some people go, they're looking for, like I said, lower or middle tier games, and you probably made out like a fucking bandit. We were not looking for such things.
Unfortunately.
So it's like our collecting has gotten to the point where, like, that's all we have left are those niche, expensive, crown jewel titles.
Or hard to find games that just,
Yeah.
like, are not expensive, but they don't show up often.
Like Rad, Robotic Alchemic Drive for the
Yeah.
PS2, or Crimson Tears, which nobody's ever fucking heard of.
I've never heard of it before you said it.
I never heard of it until eBay showed me. And even then, like, it's not that expensive of a game, but I've just never heard of it.
No.
So, I mean, we're a very, very small percentage. So it seems like we don't speak for everybody.
No.
By any means.
No.
Or any stretch of the imagination.
Nope, our experience does not reflect anybody else's experience.
No, it was just us. And so, like, when we go to talk to these vendors, we're coming at it from the view of a very small consumer base. Mm-hmm. The people who are looking for your Haunting Grounds, your Clock Tower 2s, your Sega CD, your Sega Saturn, like those more expensive games. Mm-hmm. You know, so it's like our experience is not necessarily indicative of everybody's.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
Very true.
Like I said, don't let us deter you if you want to go to the Classic and find games you're looking for just because we're sitting here bitching about it for like an hour and a half.
And truth be told, probably gonna go to the Classic next year.
Probably. Because we're creatures of habit.
Absolutely. Yeah.
We said we probably weren't, but let's be honest.
I was like, I'm never going to the classes. No, shut up. You are. You're going to the Classic. I enjoy the Classic.
Yeah.
I enjoy the atmosphere too much that I don't think anything could really keep me away from it.
No, because it's fun. Like, it's something for us to look forward to.
It is.
Like I said, even though we came out with almost nothing, I still looked forward to it for that. Like, that was a magical week.
Oh, yeah.
Leading up to it. Like, it's exciting for me because I make my list of everything I'm looking for and all that kind of stuff. It was just unfortunate that this year it just didn't quite pan out.
It was just a miss for us.
Yeah, maybe next year will be better. We don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, like I said, we're gonna be talking to some people, so keep an eye out for that. I don't know if it's gonna be a video or if it's probably gonna be more of a power cast where we talk with a couple of vendors and see what their side of the Classic was, or is like to see what their struggles are, what they deal with having to buy those booths, and like what that all entails. Like, 'cause we're pretty ignorant on that. We don't sell games.
Nope.
Like, we talk about the value of these titles. We don't sell games.
Yeah.
Like, really, the value of even Blood Will Tell is arbitrary. I don't care what it goes for because I'm never going to sell it. It's more of just a bragging right at this point. You know what I mean? But it's only worth it if you sell it. So, I mean, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, so keep an eye out for that.
Yeah, so remember to check us out on iTunes, Stitcher, and Spotify to listen to the PTG Powercast and check out if when it launches.
Absolutely. Hopefully it'll be very soon.
Yes.
So yes, that'll do it for this adventure to Colosseum Games. If you are ever in the Kenosha area, go to Highway 50. Please excuse all the damn construction.
No.
Because it's pretty bad down there.
Nothing but construction.
Yes.
But you will not be disappointed if you go. I promise you. That is a Power Trip promise.
That's right. Fully endorsed by Power Trip Gaming. Go to Colosseum.
Fully endorse Colosseum. Hopefully they fully endorse us.
Yes, wouldn't that be nice? So hit us up on Facebook.
Really?
You
forgot the word,
Go
huh?
to Twitter. Go to powertripgaming.tv. Takes you right to the channel where you can watch us play the games that we talk about buying.
Yes. You can listen to our podcast as well that we talked about, the PTG Powercast. If you do not like social media, though, you can still email us at nespowertrip@gmail.com, and we will gladly get back to you and respond to any question or suggestion you have.
Absolutely. So, next time on Power Trip,
we'll actually play something.
we shall. That's all I got.